Hello, my name is Sebbi, and welcome back to the coffee break in Minecraft. Today is Sunday, February 21st, 2016, and we just heard some evil guys expire, and so I like to make sure that we are really free of evil guys, as toward the end of the last episode we had some issues with them and I had to kill a bunch of evil guys in order to go to bed and end of the last episode. And so now I like to make sure that we are free of evil guys and that we are not getting ambushed by a group of creepers or so. And so far it looks good. I even got some free arrows, and that's fantastic. That's really fantastic. And yeah, I think we are free of evil guys, and that's amazing. So I can now begin the episode with chopping down those trees. And yeah, what is going on? Well, there isn't so much going on, as since I finished the serious games day in the winter school, I was catching up with all those things that have piled up since I started to work on those presentations. And yeah, it kept me busy for the rest of the week to, make sure that I haven't overlooked anything. But yeah, now I am back to full speed, and this is amazing. This feels really good. And so I wanted to add some blocks over here because I think this will improve the design of my supports. So I can add some blocks over here. And okay, now I like to see this from a different perspective. And yeah, but there's one thing I like to discuss that is related to presentations, as yeah, all the time I use a beamer with my laptop. It all the time causes some issues with the size or with the sizes of my windows, because yeah, we are not using standard presentation software like PowerPoint or Keynote or anything like this. No, we are creating our presentations with LaTeX, and so we have PDF slides, and in order to present PDF slides properly, we use a special presentation software. And this software works only if we use the beamer, or if we set our main monitor to mirror and not to, well, and we are not using the beamer as a secondary monitor. And in the end, this always causes my system to, for some strange reason, change its resolution to the resolution of the beamer. And yeah, this resizes the windows and causes a bunch of problems. So after I was done with the presentation, I spent about, well, 10 minutes or so to restore all those settings. And that's all the time so annoying. Why can't those systems remember the settings before a beamer was plugged in or before a secondary monitor was plugged in, and just use those settings again once the secondary monitor is unplugged again? Because yeah, that's really annoying to be challenged to restore every setting, and that's really annoying. And well, I think it would be a little bit easier if this presentation software would work if the beamer is used as a secondary monitor or so, but no. And yeah, the whole LaTeX thing is also very interesting. I see the benefits of it. No, this was wrong. I really see the benefits of it, but it's really complex to create some slides with this, and it's really a slow process of creating presentations using LaTeX in comparison to using PowerPoint or so. But yeah, there are some benefits, but I'm not quite sure. It's well, all the time a hard work, and it's not that easy, especially adding some images or some tables is really challenging, as yeah, this looks really good. I like to use this over there, but at first I like to get a bunch of fences so that I can complete the protection of my bridge, so that my horse can't fall off again. And so I think I have to craft some fences. And yeah, so it's all the time annoying that this happens, and I wish there would be a simpler solution, and I wish there would be a solution that would store all those settings of the resolution, and would just restore the size of the windows again once I unplug the beamer. But apparently this is not possible, and so yeah, it's all the time annoying restoring all those settings. And yeah, so much about this. Then some, well, sad news again, as the results for January are there. And by results for January, I mean the temperatures for January. And it turns out that the global temperature anomaly for January 2016 was 1.13 degrees Celsius. Yeah, the global anomaly was 1.13 degrees Celsius, and this is a new record. The previous record for January was in 2007 and was 0.97 degrees Celsius, so it's really a significant increase in the record temperatures, and this is really, really sad. And yeah, I'm discussing this so many times. Global warming is there, and yeah, some might argue, or there are a lot of deniers who like to say, all right, we have El Nino, and there is no thing, or there's no such thing as global warming. But this is unfortunately false. Global warming is indeed going on, and yes, apparently 2 Australian scientists looked into the what do I wanted to do? Oh, I need some sticks. And how many fences do I need? Well, let's go all in. Let's create a lot of fences, like so. All right, I have more than enough wood. That's fantastic. And yeah, they looked into the history, or the temperature records history, and they found out that until the 1960s, there were, well, the same amount of cold days as there were hot days, but then the hot days have outnumbered the cold days, and right now, from 2000 to 2014, the hot days have outnumbered the cold days by a factor of 12 to 1, and that's crazy. That's really crazy, and this is really a strong indication that, yeah, unfortunately, this global warming thing is indeed true. And some might even argue, all right, we have El Nino going on right now, but well, El Nino is just causing a tiny fraction of the whole warming of our planet, and most of it is just caused by us, because we are pumping so much CO2 into the atmosphere, and we are doing this now for a very long time. And oh, my horse is happy, that's good. And we are doing this now for a very long time, and yeah, this is now really causing all those issues, and we have now global warming. And this makes me really, really sad, and it makes me even more sad that there are so many deniers, and that the governments don't really take strict measurements, and that the government is all the time influenced by the industry, and no, we can't do this because then our income is reduced and we are not producing so much and our revenue goes down. Who cares? What do you want to do with your money if you screw up the world? Then if everything is lost, then you can't use your money. So just earn less money, just have for some time less income, and in the end you will even benefit from where do I like to do this? maybe from down there, but now it's getting nighttime, so I think I should sleep and continue in the morning. But yeah, if the world is destroyed, then what do you want to do with your money then? I mean, then everything is too late. So you should act now, and if you invest in greenhouse technologies, it might even pay off for you, and you might get even more revenue in the next few years if you do things right. And so why is it so problematic to try to save the environment? And yeah, this makes me all the time angry, and this is also all the time the reason why I'm talking about this so many times. And yeah, okay, now it's time to go to bed, and yeah, in the morning I will talk about more happy things. As yeah, in the last episode I already announced that I got a bunch of questions from Weekend Game. He asked 15 questions right away, and so I can now start to answer. I hope I can. Are we free of evil guys? Okay, no creepers following me, that's good. And now I can start to answer the first question once I... Dang it. Managed to... Alright. Once I managed to get up there... Okay, and yeah, as I have said or announced this in the last episode... Okay, I think I like to... Wait, I need a torch for now. If I do this over here, then I would need to build a support from here-ish. This would be okay. If I go here... Yeah, I think I will start to build it from here, so I can remove the torch again. And there's the oak wood. Alright, yeah, he has asked 15 questions, and I like now to start to answer them. As I said in the last episode, I haven't read them. I just copied them to my, I think one higher. That's right. Well, I can do it like so. And what do I need to do then? Dang it. I haven't read them, so I will be surprised. Okay, first question. Here we go. If you had to live, oh dear, if you had to live inside a video game forever, which game would you choose and why? If I have to live in a video game forever, what game to choose? Well, this is really a difficult question, because if I would go for, okay, 2 blocks. If I would go for, let's say, Dirt Rally, because currently I enjoy Dirt Rally, then the only thing I could do would be driving rally cars and nothing else. And this is now... And I wouldn't be able to do anything else except for driving rally cars. So in this case, I think I would prefer to live in a sandbox game that allows a lot of different things, because I don't want to, well, reach the point that there isn't anything I can do, and that the only thing I can do is driving rally cars also. So in this case, yeah, it should be a sandbox game. And then there is the question, what sandbox game? I mean, I really love Kerbal Space Program, I really love spaceflight, I like flying, and so it would be maybe a good idea to go for Kerbal Space Program, but this would... wait, there's then the next important question. Am I able to respawn like in Kerbal Space Program? If I die, then I would be dead. And in Kerbal Space Program, it's so easy to have an issue with an untested spacecraft, or I can get stuck on the surface of a planet. So am I able to respawn, or will I be then dead forever? How is this going to work? So, what game? Probably Minecraft, because in Minecraft, I hope we are not playing a super hardcore, ultra hardcore or so, where once you are dead, you are really dead. I hope this is a normal mode Minecraft where I then live. And yeah, maybe I would say I would like to live in Minecraft or something like Minecraft. Well, there are even games like The Sims where you can build some fancy houses. And yeah, I don't know. If I would live in the Sims universe, would I then be able to build my own house? I mean, something like The Sims could be also, dang it, no, could be also interesting. But well, I would say Minecraft, because in Minecraft I have the greatest chance that I can see interesting things, and that I'm not doing all the time the same thing as yeah, in Minecraft I can go monster hunting, I can go mining, I can build fancy stuff, I can do so many things, whereas in Kerbal Space Program, which would be probably my second choice, I could, well, only do spaceflight related things. And yeah, this would be cool, but in the end I'm being stuck on the, or I end stuck on the surface of a planet or so, or I die in an explosion, and this wouldn't be so amazing, I guess. So yeah, let's go for Minecraft. Okay, and why? Yeah, why? I think I answered the why question, because yeah, in Minecraft I have so many things I can do. As I said, I can go mining, I can go well, fishing, or I can build things, or I can do so many different things. And so I think there's all the time something to go on. And moreover, in Minecraft, I can build some fancy stuff using redstone, or I can do some Minecraft science or so. Well, science would be also a thing for Kerbal Space Program, but yeah, I think yeah, Minecraft, because the highest variety of different things I can do, and it's a sandbox game, so it's not only about a certain topic. As I said, Dirt Rally would be really interesting, driving fast rally cars and having so much fun, but in the end, after doing this for some time, I can only drive rally cars, and I think the rest of my life, I hope my life will last a couple of decades, so I think this would be too long to just drive rally cars, so I think I would prefer being in here. Okay, I think this was really a long answer for the first question, and as we have some time, and yeah, I like the design so far of the bridge. Maybe... yeah, I think it looks good so far. It's a good start. I'm not completely happy. Maybe I need to do something in the middle, but it looks good. It looks really good. I like now to check this from different angles. Okay, second question. Have you ever visited the United States of America? If so, which regions? No. I've never been to the US. You could, or well, I could argue that I have visited America because, yeah, this is really a strange way to visit America, because as I was on Iceland, Iceland has basically two continental plates. So on the one hand, you have the European continental plate and you have the American continental plate. And so I was standing on the American continental plate as I was on Iceland. And in this case, you could argue, all right, I have been to America, but yeah, just in Iceland. And yeah, but no, I never have. Yeah, I've never been to the US, and if I would like to go there, I don't know, the main problem is that I prefer really rough regions, so I prefer, yeah, Iceland is amazing, I was really amazed by northern Norway, to see the Lofoten, to even at some point I was at the North Cape in Norway, and yeah, that's really amazing to be up there in this very cool region, to cross the northern polar circle. Well, that's really fantastic, and I even experienced some midnight sun up there. This is really fantastic, and so I really prefer those rough regions. And in this case, yeah, Alaska might be cool. I would really enjoy, I think, visiting Alaska and seeing all that ice and the northern lights and yeah, the wilderness of Alaska. And well, I would even enjoy to visit northern Canada or Canada in general. But well, this is not the US, so yeah, I've never been to US. I'm not so interested in visiting huge cities. I grew up in Berlin. I saw some other capitals of European countries, but at some point they are all similar. A lot of huge houses, a lot of people, a lot of traffic, and yeah, I'm not so much into visiting cities. I'm more into visiting nature, and as I prefer rough nature, I think I would go for Alaska. I don't know, is there something else that is really amazing when I think about the states? I'm not so much into the warmer stage, so everything down there like Florida and well, Florida, yeah, or California, or anything that is related to a lot of sun and high temperature, or Arizona or so. No, this wouldn't be so interesting. Las Vegas, maybe. Well, it's a city, but it's because of all the stories that are around Las Vegas. Maybe Las Vegas could be interesting. Yeah, what else? Yeah, it's really hard to come up with some good things. Well, I really prefer really natural regions, so maybe you can recommend something. Something like Alaska or so would be great, but you have only Alaska. And yeah, so never been to the US, and I think the most interesting region would be Alaska. Then maybe something of the other northern regions like Wisconsin could be cool, or Wyoming could be interesting, or the Rocky Mountains. Yeah, I think the Rocky Mountains would be also interesting, seeing I love mountains. So yeah, maybe something like Rocky Mountains would be also fantastic. Yeah, let's go for this. Maybe like if I come from Europe, I would maybe begin with something like Wisconsin or so, would travel from there to the more southern tip of the Rocky Mountains, would travel along the Rocky Mountains towards north. From there I would go to Alaska, and then I would travel all across through Canada back to Europe. Maybe this would be interesting. Yeah, let's go for this. And alright, so I have answered 2 questions, and that's fantastic. 2 questions have helped me to overcome half an episode. That's amazing. And now it's dark outdoors, and it's time for me to go to bed. So I hope you have enjoyed this, and I hope you will be joining me in the next episode. Until then, my name is Sebbi. See you!